bounced off the fence and rolled to my feet, but my neighbor still came tearing out with a sewing needle. He marched up to me, picked up the ball, and looked me dead in the eye. "You damaged my property." He pushed the needle right through the autograph. The ball hissed flat in his hand. That was a Patrick Mahomes signed football my dad waited in line 4 hours for. He'd been doing this to every kid on the block for months, climbing fences, walking through gates, snatching balls right out of yards. I ran inside and through tears told my dad what happened. He didn't even look up. "Just stop throwing things in his yard if you don't want that to happen." But it didn't even go in his yard. Then what's the problem? Just like that, he dismissed me and told me to go to my room. I went upstairs, dropped onto my bed, and made up my mind. If nobody was gonna help me, I was gonna handle it myself. That night, I dragged the sprinkler into the middle of the yard and rigged it to a string. Next morning, I left a cheap ball sitting in the grass and hid in the bushes. He came stomping around the fence with the needle ready, and I yanked the string. He took the sprinkler full blast in the face. "My hearing aids, these are $800. He bolted back to his house, clutching both ears. I left another ball out an hour later, and he came stomping back even angrier. I'd hauled a bag of flour up to the treehouse, and the second he stepped under it, I dumped the whole thing. He stood there looking like a ghost, screaming about lawsuits and the FBI. He stormed back to his house, leaving a trail of flour across the grass. I left a third ball by the back gate. He came charging through at full speed and tripped over a hose I'd hidden under the leaves. He ate grass, and his glasses flew into the bushes. He pushed himself up, shaking. "I'm calling the cops! I'm calling your mother! I'm calling the HOA!" He limped toward home, and I knew if a single adult got involved, I was done. The doorbell rang 20 minutes later. 3 kids on my porch holding popped balls. The one in front held his up. We heard. Behind them, 4 more came around the corner. By dinner, there were 12 kids in my backyard, and every dollar store rubber ball in town piled in the grass. We counted to 3, and finally gave him what he'd been screaming about all summer. 50 balls cleared that fence at once. He came tearing out his back door and ran straight into a wall of bouncing rubber. His feet went out from under him, and he hit the ground hard. He didn't get up. When he opened his eyes, he was duct taped to his own fence. 12 kids stood in a semicircle staring at him. The oldest stepped forward and crossed his arms. "You're outnumbered, Mr. Halverson," he started yelling. "I'll sue every one of your families. You're all finished. Just you why?" I stuffed my deflated Mahomes ball into his mouth before he could finish. I'd been carrying what was left of it in my back pocket since the day he popped it, and now I'd found good use for it. The silence was wonderful. We